Okay, now we're gonna do the REST API. So we go to the master 04 นะครับ master 04I make the website a little bit smaller okay นะครับ in the master 04นะครับ you go to views and URLs นะครับ so when you go to views you can have we're gonna do one by one so at this moment I may do the product list first นะครับ okay I make it a little bit bigger for you to see นะครับ so in the views นะครับ in the views นะฮะ views so we didn't do the homepage anymore so we need to have the entry point for REST API นะครับ so we go to the product list in here นะครับ so but when you go to the product list they don't know JSON they don't know HTTP response and then they don't know products because we haven't declared it yet like we didn't tell them that we support to have something around here so we need to input all of this one นะครับ the model and here นะครับ so this one is the JSON the stuff นะครับ so what we gonna do is mean we gonna import the product from the data model right and then after we import the product what we gonna do is mean we gonna do the output it into the JSON นะครับ however we have the views the function or the method whatever you call like call product list but how can we call the product list? So we need to tell them that if the user have something like the REST API request, where they're gonna do, so we do it in the URLs. And then in the URLs, you go to the source code of the URLs. You see, the more and more you learn, in the master 04, you're gonna know that in order to make the program run, you need to go to the location of the file one by one, and then every file they have their own duty นะครับ so the more you working the more the more function of your entire system นะครับ okay so you see this one we have the product list นะครับ so whenever we do the part name product list they're gonna go to views the product list นะครับ and then we use this part name the same name actually we can use another name but it's okay we can just this one is like just to display นะครับ something like that okay so we go to this location I copy this first and then I go to our program and then run oh I run already so no need to stop and run we go to the location and then see product list okay so at this moment if you have the app name something like Postman นะครับ you can use the Postman to see the product list in the way that is user friendly นะครับ something like that okay in here I think I have Postman นะครับ like this program like so I go to see the Postman so if you do the REST API or the backend front end service yeah you see we're gonna see a lot of the stuff like this now we're gonna need to use a lot of Postman but at this moment since we will not do anything further than this you can just stick to the Google Chrome and then they have the click pretty pin so this one is the same thing นะครับ so if you don't want to use a Postman you can use pretty pin นะครับ so this one is the JSON output like it's because we write the code that we want to make it to become JSON นะครับ so what we gonna do is we gonna list everything นะครับ so that's why we call product list นะครับ and then show on the screen นะครับ so this one is the output this mean we work perfectly นะครับ okay so let's see what is the meaning in the view start py นะครับ we display the records from the database table นะครับ so in our record นะครับ we have the product list นะครับ and then product this one is the list of the name นะครับ so we set product ID product title and then price นะครับ and then display price and then product pic นะครับ however the product picture is like the very long URL right so we just need to use the str นะครับ we need to use the str and in the price as well so when we put it you can put any name on the JSON so I set ID right even though the full name is the product ID so I just set ID the same thing right the full name is the product title so I say title นะครับ something like this one so when you use the list, this one they gonna make the dictionary. Yes, so actually JSON is something like it look like the Python dictionary, right? But actually JSON is comes from JavaScript, right? JavaScript object, something like that. So the way to represent the data in JavaScript, นะครับ so we use the list นะครับ the list of the stuff, right? The for this one is a Python command, like we do the for loop, like for x in product dot objects dot filter. So this one is mean product dot object dot filter or product dot object dot something. It means they're gonna do the database with us. So we show only the product that y equal to zero. So if you have the product y equal to zero, they're gonna just show it to our list, right? And then we said order by minus created time. So it means the last one comes first, right? And then after we put the list, the list is going to be something like that, similar to the Python dictionary, right? And then we use JSON.dump, and then we put it to HTTP response so that our user going to have response from this one, นะครับ so this one is the way we do, นะครับ so at first but the filter record, this one is look very weird because they're gonna run this line first. I use a base color because when the program run, the program didn't run from top to bottom. The program run this line first filter, right? Filter only y equal to zero, and then after that the list of the record, like this one is the name that you want to do, นะครับ but if the record is not the text, right? For example, like the display price, you can use SCR, but if the product pick actually is the STR to if you want you can put STR or you just need to put that is okay as well นะครับ and then the JSON output this comes from here นะครับ so like I told you the program is a little bit weird they run from here and then we go up to the detail row by row, right? And then go to the JSON list you see so the program run from here and here นะครับ something like that นะครับ so this one is gonna be your output นะครับ here you can I can show you นะครับ we can click the pin and then if you go to this Lego นะครับ so for example you set McLaren right so if I set McLaren equal to 1 it mean we temporarily delete it right so it still show in the database but when you go to the product list and then you refresh you will not see McLaren anymore because actually we delete it in the application level already นะครับ but anyway I don't want to delete it so I go back to McLaren and then I make the void back to zero save and then when you go back and run yeah the McLaren come back นะครับ something like this so this one is on about the product list